Looking for student accommodation services, comfort and luxury all in one? Look no further. Dalaba Residence for Bed and Breakfast has got you covered all the way. With our standard location at the tranquil east of TDA Kololi, we have proximity to basic necessities like the beach, the Banjul International Airport and more. Our environment is comfortable and peaceful, suitable for different tastes. We operate all year round and serve a wide range of accommodation, both for long-term and short-term stays. Our guest rooms are properly set up with all the necessary utilities intact. Well-structured toilets with a shower and fully air-conditioned rooms with television and refrigerator, all inclusive. Our self-catering 2-bedroom apartments are built with internal individual kitchens and a spacious private balcony just for you. We offer an internationally standard cuisine with a great quality of restaurant with a bar in the terrace. With our efficient and well-trained workers, we offer a great deal for customer service. For more information, call us on 9700 700 750 1111 370-1111. You can send us an email at info@dalaba.gm. Better still, visit our website www.dalaba.gm. At Dalaba Residence, quality and comfort is assured.
Fossil clothing all came out of a passion and belief for simple, beautiful, environmentally friendly clothing that would revolutionize the Gambia's garment market as well as fashion as a whole. It was important for this to be centered in the Gambia, to provide opportunities for a vibrant and youthful population seeking gainful employment in a creative field. Our vision is to be the African underwear brand with Afrocentric products for international consumption, universally accessible at an affordable price across Africa, and to manufacture our products locally. We believe it's about time for the Gambia to produce an international brand by Gambians in the Gambia. And Fossil's goal is to do just that. We have the passion and drive for it, and I hope you do too.
Good evening, I am Rohey Gaye. Welcome to today's news review and commentary. You are live on Mamos Radio. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be back with NENEH Badjan for the news review and Sulayman DARBO for the commentary of the news review. Thank you.
Welcome to Gambia Today News Review. You're tuned into Mamos Radio. It is Monday, the 20th of July, 2020. I am NENEH with the nation's top headlines. Gambian football icon dies at 72. President Barrow sends condolences to the family of Alhaji Mamadou Njai, alias Biri. Man drowns in flooded Banjul drainage. Government introduces bill to stiffen penalties for child trafficking. Gambian arrests top irregular migration organizers. 4,000 recovered Shinshonji members donate blood to help find a treatment for COVID-19. We look into these headlines with more detail. Firstly, Mamos Media states today Gambian football icon dies at 72. Former Gambian football icon Alhaji Mamadou Njie, widely known as Biri, has passed away on Sunday, 19th of July in the capital city of Senegal, Dakar. Biri was one-time Gambian and international football icon in Spain, and fans in the Gambia and around the world pay tribute to the former international football icon and his former club in Spain. On the same topic, a media advisory was sent by Bojan Sissoho, Director of Press and Public Relations, Office of the President. President Barrow sends condolences to the family of Alhaji Mamadou Njie, alias Biri. The press release read, State House, Banjul, 19th of July 2020, His Excellency Adama Barrow has learnt with deep sorrow the passing away of Gambian football legend Alhaji Mamadou Njie, commonly known as Biri, who died on the 19th of July 2020 in Dakar. On behalf of his government, the people of the Gambia, and on his own behalf, President Adama Barrow expresses his heartfelt condolences to the family of the deceased, friends, and the entire sporting fraternity. We move on to other national headlines, beginning with the Standard newspaper. Man drowns in flooded Banjul drainage. A man riding a bicycle fell and drowned in a flooded drench in Banjul over the weekend following torrential rains, which also displaced several residents, the city council authorities confirmed yesterday. The Fourier has captioned, Government introduces bill to stiffen penalties for child trafficking. The Gambia government has taken a giant step to amend the Tourism Offences Act to incorporate a provision relating to trafficking and for connected matters. The Point has highlighted Gambia arrests top irregular migration organisers. An operation headed by the operatives of the State Intelligence Services, SIS, in collaboration with officers of the Gambia Police Force, have made a major breakthrough as they arrested top irregular migration organisers as the fight against irregular migration intensifies, The Point has been reliably informed. And finally, we have got good news regarding the COVID-19 pandemic coming out of South Korea. 4,000 recovered Shincheonji members donate blood to help find a treatment for COVID-19. South Korean-based religious group named Shincheonji Church of Jesus said that over 4,000 church members who recovered from COVID-19 are willing to donate their plasma for the development of a treatment. Thank you for tuning in, listeners. That was Mamos Radio's National Headline News Reviews in English this Monday. Please stay tuned in for the rest of today's program and analysis.
Thank you, NENEH Bojang, for today's news review. You live on Mamos Radio. After the break, we'll be back with Sulayman DARBO for the commentary of today's news review. Please stay tuned.
Thank you, NENEH. Thank you, Rohey and Lamin Marong. Of course, Lamin Marong and NENEH Bojang are in Oslo, Norway, and Rohey Gaye in London, United Kingdom, and myself here in the United States. I am Sulayman DARBO, and welcome to Mamos Radio. And just before we got to the Mr. President segment today, which I have brought you today, we're going to do some analysis of some of the front page stories from the papers in the Gambia, as we've heard there from NENEH, that a man drowns in Banjul over the weekend following torrential rains in the capital city. And also, we also know that several residents in Banjul have been displaced by the rains. And this ordinarily wouldn't be a surprising news just because we know how the streets of Banjul have been for a very long time. Those of us who went to school in Banjul and people who live in Banjul know exactly what I'm talking about here. The roads in Banjul have been bad for a long time. The drainage system in the capital city have been bad for a very long time. That is a known fact. There is no question about it. What needed to be done was to fix the drainage system in the country, in the capital city of Banjul, and to fix the roads in the capital city of Banjul. So it looks like a capital city of any other country. But our capital city have been left to just for the roads, for the buildings to dilapidate, and no one seems to care, even when we had the seat of government in that capital city of Banjul. That's where all the ministries are. That's where almost all government departments are located. And that's where you have the seat of the presidency. The State House is in Banjul. And looking at videos and pictures from Banjul over the weekend, it is just heartbreaking to see how flooded the streets were. I am convinced they remain flooded as we speak. As if not that is not enough, just listen to this. From this Standard newspaper report, somebody has already died, a Senegalese national who resides in Banjul, riding on a bicycle, drowned and unfortunately lost his life. Now listen to this. The government of the Gambia, through the Ministries of Works, headed by Honorable by Lamin, and the Ministry of Finance, headed by Mr. Mamburenjai, Honorable Mamburenjai. These two, my understanding is that they both Banjulians. Even when they don't reside in Banjul now, they had their childhood or were even born in Banjul. So you would expect that anytime it is about Banjul and the development of Banjul, these two will stand strong to make sure whoever is awarded the contract to fix the drainage system, to repair the roads, would be the person who can do the job. He or she would give the Banjul people, the people of the Gambia, the value for their money. That's not what happened here. Because after spending $35.7 million US, an equivalent of about $1.8 billion spent in just 1 year ago to fix the drainage system in Banjul and to fix the roads it is called the Banjul Rehabilitation Project. That's how it's called, the Banjul Rehabilitation Project. And after just 1 year, this is what Banjulians can see. This is what Gambians can see from that lucrative contract that was awarded to Gaye Enterprises. That is shocking. Again, Banjul, we have to all remember, is the capital city that needs to look like one, but unfortunately, that's not the case. They spent about $1.8 billion to fix Banjul, and still it is not done. The home of my alma mater, St. Augustine's High School, it saddens me deeply to see my capital and home to my high school remain in this kind of situation. Those who awarded the contract, and here I am talking about the Ministry of Works and Finance, and the awardee himself, that is Gaye Enterprises, should be immediately summoned by the National Assembly to explain what could be responsible for this irresponsible and frankly disgusting job done to the streets of Banjul. And this is because a life is lost. That's just enough for the National Assembly to call these two ministries, the heads of these two ministries, and the guy, the person who owns or runs Gaye Enterprises, to appear before the National Assembly to explain what could be responsible for this kind of job, this poor job that is done in Banjul. And that's not enough, because we know we already lost a life. Somebody has lost their life. And it is not certain what could come next, because we are in the rainy season in the Gambia, and with stagnant water and mosquitoes in Banjul. We all know, like I said before, for those of us who went to Banjul for school, and those who live in Banjul, you know the rainy season every single year, mosquitoes are a problem in Banjul. Now you have this flooded water, stagnant, that is not moving, a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. What could that lead to? Malaria and other serious illnesses. This is pathetic. This is really pathetic. And I hope the National Assembly members will hold these two ministries and Gaye Enterprises accountable for this kind of job that they have done in Banjul. One more story from the analysis and commentary desk has to do with a story from the Point newspaper, and that's the arrest of what they call top irregular migration organizers in the Gambia. We understand that the state intelligence services, in collaboration with the police department, were able to conduct an operation and were able to arrest two people who are heads of these migration operations in the Gambia, and they're both Senegalese and are in custody. What does this mean for the Gambia-Senegal relations? We will see. I hope that there are diplomatic channels that can be utilized to address this problem, because this is a problem that needs to be addressed by the two countries. Two Senegalese nationals arrested in the Gambia for organizing irregular migration. In other words, call it illegal migration. Organizing young people to travel outside Gambia, and I'm sure in Senegal and other African countries, to what they would claim the land of Europe or America. Whilst I am not discouraging traveling or migration from the Gambia to any part of the world that one chooses to go, I will certainly discourage any young person from taking what is referred to as the back road. These are treacherous journeys that our young people embark on, and most of the time, we have heard stories, we read stories that tells us that our young people continue to lose their lives on these journeys. So I hope the two countries will be able to solve this problem. This is what's responsible for the treacherous journeys that our young people embark on, and the authorities in the two countries need to address it just as such. That is not to take these two governments and any other government in the African continent off the hook. Africa's governments are the ones responsible for our young people having to think in the first place and then to embark on these journeys. Because the reality is that there are not enough job opportunities that exist in the continent that could accommodate all these young people who either drop out of school or who have completed school but cannot find jobs. That's the honest reality of the continent. It is sad, but that's the reality. So we hope that our leaders will have an awakening to address these problems. That's it from the analysis and commentary desk. Again, I am Sulayman DARBO. Thank you for listening. And just after the break, I'll be back with the Good Day, Mr. President segment. Hello and welcome once again to Mamos Radio. I am Sulayman DARBO and this is the Good Day, Mr. President segment. It's been a while since we brought you one, but we will try from now on at least twice a week to be bringing you the segment called Good Day, Mr. President. I know most of you are looking for or have been looking forward to it. Some have approached me personally to be doing it, and we're trying our best to get it done for you as you wish. So today, this is what we got for you. All of you are aware of the passing of our legend soccer player in the Gambia, Alhaji Mamadou Njie, Biri, who passed away yesterday in Dakar, Senegal. So his death was announced. We talked briefly about him yesterday on the Road to 2021 program, and a lot of people have continued to talk about Biri. That's the person who he is. He's contributed immensely to the country, and so it's no surprise that people continue to talk about him in the country and outside the country, because that's the kind of person Biri is. He's been a national and international soccer player. So we're all proud of him, and it is time to celebrate our legends, our great people. Biri is one of the great people of the Gambia. So we're so proud of him. Even though it's a sad moment for the country, but it should also be a happy moment for the country, because this is a guy who has contributed so immensely for the development of that country. I'm not talking about only development of soccer in the country. I'm talking about development in the country. But that would be another topic for another day. Today, this is what we got for you for the Good Day, Mr. President. And it goes like this. The individual. Good day, Mr. President. The individual, from the cradle to the grave. We are faced with challenges and choices in life. The way we approach these challenges or choices differ from one person to the other. We have those who will choose the easy road to success and avoid these worldly challenges and difficult choices. And then you have those who would choose the most difficult, even when that route is rough, because they want to achieve greatness in their ambitions through the long and difficult choices to earn the respect of others and the dignity that comes along with hard work and dedication. Alhaji Mamadou Njie, Biri, was that individual. He chose soccer when he realized his own potentials in the game and was catapulted to the greatest height when he proved those skills to those who watch him play. Today, just a day after his death, his legacy is being celebrated across the world. The Seville Football Club in Italy, Biri's former club, issued a statement right after his death was announced. Media houses both in the Gambia and across the globe continue to talk about his life and legacy. There are talks and suggestions being put out there, including a state funeral for Biri, renaming of the Independence Stadium after him, rename Perseverance Street after him, a statue depicting his image at the entrance of Banjul, amongst others. These are very genuine and ambitious ideas, and I'm convinced members of Biri's family and friends will welcome any such undertaking. However, either these suggestions materialize or not, Biri himself has built his own stadium constructed a statue in his name, a street named after Biri, amongst others. There are no physical structures depicting this, but Biri's image, skills in soccer, and contribution to Gambian and international soccer encapsulates all of these. It is very befitting, therefore, Mr. President, that you and your administration will accord Mr. Mamadou Njie Biri a state funeral. While the late founding fathers, in the persons of Sir Edward Francis Small and Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, puts the Gambia on the political map of the world, Alhaji Mamadou Njie Biri puts the country on the world's sports map. Today, the country owes him a lot, but a state funeral would be one gesture that can start the expression of gratitude to Biri and his family. Mr. President, Biri's legacy is written even when an autobiography is not available. Biri wasn't concerned much about himself and Banjul alone. Biri was more about the Gambia. He does this even when it is most difficult and inconvenient. Many of us did not watch Biri play soccer at the Boxbar Stadium in Banjul, or Seville in Italy, or Derby County in England, but we have read and heard stories about his dedication to soccer and commitment to country. We heard that one time Biri arrived at the Banjul International Airport with his wife and mother. Just as they were putting their luggages together to go home to Banjul, Biri realized that the Gambia soccer team was also at the airport about to depart for an international game. Biri, right there and then, decided to join the team at the airport and left his wife and mother to go home in Banjul. What a love for country. Mr. President, this is the kind of value and sense of national pride that need to guide every Gambian, especially our public servants. We look up to you, Mr. President, to exhibit this in your daily work and communications with the Gambian people. Mr. President, you control the megaphone, or what is called here in America, the bully pulpit, and so make the maximum use of it. Take charge and be at the forefront of issues even when those issues are unpopular. That's what leadership is all about. When you believe in a particular policy or program that is in the best interest of the Gambian people, pursue it and be the face of it. Do not allow others to tell your story. Be your own storyteller. Let Gambians know that they have a leader who is daily working on their behalf. A leader that is visible and can be heard. Mr. President, I believe you stay quiet for too long, even when there is an urgent need for guidance and leadership from the government. I must commend your administration, however, for starting to hold weekly press briefings. Last Friday, we saw the Minister of Information and Communication Technology, Honorable Ibrahim Silla, led a group of other ministers at a press conference at his ministry. They promised that this would be a continuous event. We will wait and see. But you, Mr. President, should not limit yourself to those press briefings. You have an obligation to be in constant communication with the Gambian people. Do not fail in this. Keep in touch, Mr. President, for one day your legacy would be on the table for discussion. Good day, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sulayman DARBO. Listeners, you live on Mamos Radio. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Assan Badjan. Welcome to this sports segment. And tonight, I bring a tribute to our legendary and icon, the late Alhaji Mamadou Biri Njie, who passed away suddenly on Sunday, 19 July 2020 in Dakar, Senegal, age 72, where he was receiving medical treatment after battling with illness. An outstanding sports personality, Alhaji Mamadou Njie, popularly known as Biri Njie, was regarded as the greatest player the Gambia has ever produced. He has for many decades won the hearts and respect of Gambians, a man whose skills and high sense of commitment to duty went beyond the boundaries of sports. Therefore, as I said earlier, he will go down in the history of Gambian football as the greatest talent our country has ever produced. Biri, the son of Alhaji Ngus Njie and Ajaratu Seinabu Mboj, was born at Perseverance Street in Banjul. He then attended Albion and St. Mary's primary schools before moving over to Crab Island Secondary Modern School, where his talent were first discovered in the inter-school soccer competition when Biri dominated junior soccer and brought many awards and honors to his school. According to my comrade, veteran sports journalist Pap Sen and co-proprietor of the Point newspaper, Biri was launched into national soccer as a young player for the Black Star Football Club, a team he only played for one match, and because of his incredible dribbling skills and acute sense of pace and goal-making, Biri was invited to join the Black Diamonds, the then national champions. He played for Diamonds until 1963, when he was virtually bought by White Phantoms, where he stayed for 5 years. Biri joined Arans FC, a young team filled with young talents which suited Biri's style of play. After winning a championship for Arans FC in 1965, he was again invited to join the famous Augustinians Football Club to dominate soccer throughout the period. In 1970, he was invited for trials with Derby County, then a First Division English League club. In 1972, he turned professional and signed for a Danish First Division club, B1901. In 1973, he signed a 5-year contract with Sheffield FC, a First Division team in Spain, thus becoming the first African to play for Seville. In 1978, he returned to Denmark and played for Hertfordshire FC until 1981, when he returned to the Gambia and continued playing for Walidan. Walidan was his boyhood club. In recognition of his contribution to sports and football in particular, he was awarded the MRG on 2 occasions. In 1985 by the President of the First Republic, Alhaji Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, and in the year 2000 by the President of the Second Republic, Alhaji Yahya Jammeh. He was also one time a Deputy Mayor of Banjul in the Second Republic. As an eyewitness, for those of us who saw him play at the former Box Bar in the 70s in Banjul and have worked with him when I practiced refereeing under the GFA, and even prior to have interviewed him on several occasions, I have witnessed seeing him always assisting national coaches and has led the Gambia national squad on many occasions as team manager under the auspices of the Gambia Football Federation. And he has played for the national team from 1963 to 1987. One may recall that when he first joined the national squad, Biri was still going to school and was always an automatic choice for selection until his retirement with Walidan Football Club. Every team in football would love to have Biri. What Messi and Ronaldo have done, this man has done more than that. And even big players have embraced him. Players like Diego Maradona. Biri played against teams from Senegal, Mali, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, and was well known, admired, and respected in all these countries. One could firmly recall that in 1965, after playing against Sierra Leone, he was then signed by Blackpool Football Club in Sierra Leone as a semi-professional before earning a trial with Derby County in the UK. Biri was an inspirational personality to Gambians, especially the younger generations. Well, I can't sum up this tribute without recognizing other tributes and accolades conferred on him by groups or organizations and private individuals in the diaspora. Public personalities like comrades Tijan Masane Sise and my young brother Pa Samba Jao of the US, the Ibu Dubois and Ike in the Scandinavia, and even my own brother Sol Sow and Jog Malik Jeng here in the United Kingdom, as well as former commentators Sol Njai and Lai Jao of the Gambia and Senegal. However, both Real Madrid Football Club in Spain and his former club Seville made a request to La Liga for a minute silence in his honor yesterday before their match. Well, with sadness, yet glorification to the Almighty, our thoughts and prayers are with him, especially to his son, Yusuf Njai, who is now playing professional football in Portugal with the club Boa Vista ST, and we also express our heartfelt condolence to his other son, Tijan Jaite, Gambian international. For Mamos Sports and Mamos Media, Pa Assan Badjan, London. Over to you, Rohey Konate Gaye.
Mamos Media, the media house of the future that links you globally.
We'll be back with the Mandinka news with Lamin Marong and the Wollof news with Assan Badjan. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Assalamu alaikum badingol mbali kontonna tolu na jamandang la annal bati mala numerandol kay Kiang Mansa felen dunta badum baful albela moy kan Mamos la ready bumbala dalta ka kibaro min samali nang tenengo arabu an arjumo e binala kiti tala minawlo futan lalla bajanin kadiamo ke sin kontondo na jayro an jusla sa itande na lamoir lalula men ya lonko be duniya fanna jamala e kan sembentu ya wato wati nang kibaro sambale nang Mandinka kamala an tubabu kankara suwa kamala embe tentula bake embe jayila bring trade kamla kafo mulu men ya lonko be dunia dula jamato ani NENEH on Mamos Media na fan club son men fan ya lonko be Gambia Mamos la doku la be Gambia ani Gambia bantala ba flebe ala baraka bake ala doku kendola se men keron sai ngadum kibaro nyu fango kono iko nal hakilo ba kan na Gambia football la ba me ya lonko amen jode ata ni watul kono men keta kununte memu alaji Mamadou Njai jamaya long ka fay biri amin jode ata nyindima stambala min keda tubabu karutil tan anin kononto abanta Senegal la capitalo to Dakar ko be mo Gambia noltime ya lonko ay kaddam foke bantla banko luto banku jamato anu akata moltime ya lonko atobo da bake ala football noto me ya lonko bring Spain ay kaddam foke club mento anin kana Denmark ay kaddam foke damento nyube be sunoke kan kajoko ila kaddam flaba me ya lonko akata biri ti amin jo nyindoyata ko Biri fama memu warang mema bamati wala mu aji senabu mbojiti ana fama wala mu alaji Mamadou Njai ata Biri fango wuluta sangomentu wala mu 1990 ena wuluta Banjun was tumola eka Banjun capitaloni ka fayna battles Biri la kaddam funo akata fenteme ya lonko aframansata dunia kono molon aka kaddam fo ke nyamen anu ala ya harje ala tobo suntala kaddam funo nyineda anu aka kaddam fo menke aka wingele ke me ya lonko itul ka kaddam fo ke wala mu nyatote anu nyikera kuto me ya lonko atobo da bake ni nata 1980 sango nyunu kono tumola anu ay kaddam fo ke Gambia la national team nyum fangtole me ya lonko akata kuti amang jama terrain Biri mo moltimi ya lonko ay kadam fo club mento folo ka fole Sevilla même Spain la club balam woti anu kadam fo ke Denmark club dam fane ka me Hartford ball club mi ya lonko be Denmark le anu ngata Biri ateleketa Gambian follow to me lonko ye kaddam foke Gambia bantala anu itoyebo anu ngata multi me lonko ataria bata kaddam folale akaka nyamen ngene keta kuti me lonko aya to bonde dunia kono anu akata modi fanan me lonko alla kaddam funu aya Gambia fanan to bonde bake kibar bunda men safe wala mo Mamos la mediati sabante nyin arama kafar kilay ale laje musone ani sabante free to malamume kibado mo bola ko do fanan banta alaya min jodo andi ni sanjiba men kera Gambia capital auto men kera banjunti ka tunentale tumomena abe bicycle borende kan bolt boita dinko kono mi alon ko jibaro ya asamba wala natakala satoti e kombe alon ne men be Gambia ni watul sama be kekan amanto loring akata kuja mati mi alon ko lalube ni njela musa ko men kera capital onto banjun anu masakundala wara nyaton ko men beje wol fanan be sede ada ko nyin watul jeme be kekan ani nyimo men banta e ko kula me yalan ko ku sororne ani nyimmen banta ya jamaa long ka fa sibo anu ko Senegalais lamu me yalan ko business la lamu abe sabatin banyun fangolato iko furenyin ya samba tuba Senegal kunu ko be ni watu long inyanda kabade nyinke anu iko yin kibaro nyi ya futande journalist ulma ani kibar bundalu mo kunun anu menketa meyo nyinti banjunu Rohey Malik Lo fane nyin ke ko me yalon ko nyin keta lanyin baleti anu ngabala fa watra ko kunyi menketa me yalon ko ay miro sile anu kolbida ka nyamen jata kende ani tenkuno kunya banjunu ino kuti me alon ko ay jama sula bake kantum jiyenyem bel mbeke kanje ay mojama fondi la dulalale anu ngay sabatro fanan kat banjun sato kono ay kulende jama balbulu kebar bunda nyi men safe wala mu standard la newspaper te e ko nyin watolu masa kunda fanan nata korsirike anin purka bambandiro ke ko luwamen belala molu men ya lonko e ka wafiro ke waranga ka julayake ni nata dindingol kunyala waran dindingol la balo dole yake julayati masa kunda nata luwade da purka bambandi ani nata la far fanan ke me ya lonko anyanda ka korsido ke kolu me ya lonko be dindingol la nyantola menketa nyin dinolu me alon ko eke julaya ni nata na tourism bundala ay luwalu men ya lonko ye wolel dakindi me ya lonko ka korsiro ke nyinna me ya lonko ibabe bayla nyama waran ka be bondi nyamin pour mul kana tulunke dinno la waran pour ke wafi ni nata na tourism bunda nyinna sako luwanyina bundalu me ya lonko akre section 13 me ya lonko tunko tanning saba me ya lonko ya dedale pour ka bambandirke luwalu la men ya lonko be dinol kantala la nyama minister Diallo anata nyin ko nyin ke kuti me ya lonko anin fitnolu waran waliolu men ya lonko e katara kelale moni la musolu tema waran molu damalu tema nyin fanu dulata me ya lonko bambandir kela andi nata lafa ke fan section 37 or 36 me alonko atunkun tan sabani woron jango andi nata fanan ala tunkun membo no mala tunkun flan jango inata kafurunde ke glado luto me alonko o fanan nata bambandiro ke ngina an prusa kono fanundi nyamen kajo ko puru ni me alonko e nyepeta mo kanne yamantora ana mari nata purka sakero ko la e man lafi purka la kumoni ke kuma ken sonde me alonko luwa buka korsri ke wotola ila ko fanan falen anisi bambandir kala nimmo nata na bala ala kolini 5 na waran kume alon ko ya taki pour ka fo me alon ko molisi lamoyro kala anisi jiber ke jela e kibar bunda men safe wala mu for yala newspaper te e ko Gambia ni watolo e molu me alon ko nyaton ko ni nata adama dungol waran mol men ka dum ka finti e ka tapale ya men dundi wodulalo to ni watolo e mol mute ko men alon ko wala ba ko nyatan kaya annun tunko me ka fo SAS me alon ko na kullo polisolu me alon ko wala ka futa en polisolu pour ka do ko ke ka joko mol men ya alon ko wala ka luwani tinya pour ka mol dundi waran ka men ka finti banko ka ke finti nyal me alon ko luwa manata duwana manta wala nyatun kulu iya wala muta nyin wato kono e ko nyinketa kelole te me alon ko e ba ke kan ameta pour ka bayri ke molula me alon ko e ka mamma nyin e fannala andu yen kibaro nyin ya futandi points ma anu wol fani aje ko mo me yin kibaro nyin fo e mole me alon ko mo dunto ko lan anu kule me alon ko ku sotre ne anu mole me yale yetume yemuta wala mod job anin abdusi ñun be mu sénégalais leti wala ñi tumola ibe police wala bulle ani be kontinela pour ka kisi roje kaaje ko munele ba koma o jumala le ba koma anu mome yalon ko me ko ni sara mole me yalon ko asutiata anu dank asediata ko le membe en kering bin tumo mena adiamuta anu point la newspaper ye ko ni banque ani continue ko nim fenfe ya lon ko ya lon ko nyin kono e be kumande be molu walena la wara be fintina la pour kafa ani mome en banque man lafi comme atoni si fintino pour kibaro nyinto e mbadumulu ngire mo kibaro mo fotata may tembena pour ka fotandala na be tata ko man sono lol nga fo mafo ko waran saunda al salona harmadiya na so damalamu al nal badi malamin marong dol ka kiyam Mansa mafla ni bara fo nyatonto.
You listening to Mamos Radio.
Assalamu alaikum. maa ngi leen ak nuyu di leen bëggee di leen dalalaat jaama fii si Mamos Radio fas ene rek indi leen li nga xam ne moo di fes si kayti xibaar yi ki leen koy jotalil si kalamba ko ci barma moo di seeni mbokka Pa Assan Badjan ñëw ak yéen nag si boppi xibaar yi bi si njëkkee nag bi moom xibaar yi tiis la bàyyee ko si Mamos Media ne gannaaw buñ yegee faatu ki nga xam ne moo doon uyoo si alhaaj Momadou Njaay ñu bare xamee ko si Biri mu noon football lool moom moo wàcca liggéey suñu borom jël ko démba si dimanche bi sa réewi Sénégal sa capital ba di Dakar gannaaw loolu président Adama Barrow bi tamit jële ko si Mamos ne moom it si turi nguuri Gambia ak askani Gambia yépp moom it tamit ñu ngi yónnee kaddu njaale si famille ki nga xam ne moo fi bàyyi ko di alhaaj Momadou Njaay ñu xamee woon ko si Biri nga xam ne moom la yàlla jël démba gannaaw loolu si benn si bépp xibaar yi ba tey bi jógee ko si Standard ne am na waajoo xam ne moom de dafa lab si gannaaw boo xam ne taw bu rëy moo am si Banjul mu lab daal si biir pax war ñu ko ooyee drainage loolu xewoon démba sa Banjul gannaaw loolu tamit ba tey si boppi xibaar yi bii tamit jóge ko si Foreya ne nguuri Gambia daal dugal neen daal bugat doxal bill boo xam ne dañoo gën a gis ne daal aar neen xale yi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen a nekk di leen trafic di leen jaayoo diggante Gambia ak bitim réew bi si mujjee nag si boppi xibaar yi mooy réewi Gambia takka der yi arrest neen ay nit ñoo xam ne daal ñoom ñu ngay yëngu daal di méngale di yëngu daal si loo xam ne jaay doomi aadama la di leen yóbbu bitim réew ñu xamee ko si backway ñu ñëw nag fesal leen li nga xam ne moo di xibaar yi kenn leen ko faram fàcceel fii si Mamos Radio xibaar bu njëkka mooy ki nga xam ne jëwriñ ji nga xam ne ñu ngi ko doon ooyee si alhaaj Momadou Njaay ñu bari xamee ko si Biri moom daal moo wàcca liggéey démba si dimanche ki gannaaw boo xamee ne dafa feebaroon yóbbu ko Sénégal mu faatu sa capital ba Dakar démba si dimanche ci yemoo fukki fan ak juróom-ñeneent si weeri July Biri nag doonoon na nit ko xam ne ku ñu ràññee woon lool la munoon football lool ñëpp a xam ko si ñu nekk si Gambia bi ak bitim réew rawatina nag sa dëkk ba ñoo wax Spain ak di Europe ak Scandinavia moom nekk na nit koo xam ne am na ay fans yu bari ay soppe yu bari si bitim réew ak réewi Gambia moom bam génnee àdduna ñëpp wone daal seeni tiis ak seeni naxar lu jëm si faatu Alaaji Njaay Biri mi moom nag nekkoon na lii nag moom dafa siiw nag si bitim réew ak si réewi Gambia lool soppeem yu ba tey ñu ngi ko jooy te noppengum rawatina ay soppeem yi nga xam ne ñu ngi woon si club ba nga xam ne ñoom den ko jëloon jox ko contract mu nekk civil nekk fële sa réewi Spain. Alaaji Njaay Mamadou Njaay bi xamee ko Biri moom nag yaayam moo tuddoon si Aji Seynabu Mbooj baayam tudda Alaaji Mamadou Nguus Njaay moom nag mu ngi juddu woon fanweeri fan si weeri March si atum 1942 sa Batos Banjul waaw moom nag mu ngi amoon juróom-ñaar fukki at ak ñaar muy 72 years. Biri Njaay ni nga ko waxee rek si xibaar bi moom international footballer la woon te moom sa kanam rek la daan def mu noon lool lii bëggoon soppoon ko mu noon ko lool ba tax na sax moom dafa teewal réewam rawatina di Scorpion bi nga xam ne mooy national team yi réewi Gambia sa bitim réew te loolu nag daf ko doora woon depuis sa 60s ya ñëw ba si 80s yi ba moo bàyyi li nga xam ne moo di football bu mu soppoon lool. Alaaji Njaay Biri nag moom si club bi nga xam ne mooy civil FC nekk sa réewi Spain playaloon na ñooñu le jógee fa woon tamit demaat Denmark delluwaat Spain Denmark amoon na team bu ñëw wax ball club moom tamit playal na leen jamono boobu noonu ba moo dellu si waat ci réewi Gambia réewi Angleterre sax tamit ñëwoon na fi trial ak team bi ñoo wax Derby County loolu tamit moom bokkoon na si li nga xam ne taarix la si mbiri Biri ak yeneen yu bare sax yëpp xejut si biir programme bi fii su ko defee ñu ngi ko jaale si turi Mamos Radio ak famille Mamos bi yëpp ñu ngi jaale ki nga xam ne moo di famille Alaaji Njaay Mamadou Njaay ñu xamee woon ko Biri ak si turi Mamos Media ñu ngi sant yàlla di ñaan yàlla jégal ko baakaaram war ak seddal gannaawam njobootam bi tamit ñu aar leen bi pare ñu may ko daal li nga xam ne daal moo di arjana bi pare meer ñu ku mel ni Biri wala koo xam ne daal moo gën a mun football Biri ñu amaat ko si réewi Gambia ñu ne nag su fekkee ne nit génn na àdduna loolu nag ñu jëlee ko nag si suñu diina yi ak suñu aada yi ne daal soo si mu ne xam soo fekkee ne mun nga see wax lu baax mun nga koo feeñal nga fesal ko nga seede ko si lu baax ànda si ak mandu ndax mun nga see wàññi waaye bu si yokka te ñun xam ne nekk ñi ko xam ñun bi nga xam ne liggéeyal noonu ak moom gisoon jamonoom jàppee nañ ko gis nañ ko nit ku baax la woon daloon lool buggoon lum doon def lool man ko lool nag rawatina nag bugga fi nga xam ne foofu la cosaanoon di Banjul ak réewi Gambia man suma jëmi boppa man seetaan naa ko ba moo nekk ndaw la ko dalee sa Makati Square Pagi Marché KG5 Pagi Afdaay nga dem box ba seetaan naa ko Serekunda School seetaan ko Bakaw Primary School ba ñëw ba sa Independence Stadium ba moo nekk di player réewi Gambia gisoon naa ko liggéeyal naa moom si wàllu suma liggéey si wàllum journalist sports journalism yi nekkoon ni koo xam ne moom definitely moom bëggoon na daal dafa media friendly bëggoon na daal di waxtaan ak li nga xam ne ñoo di taskati xibaar yi Alaaji Njaay Biri gis ne Gambian si bëggoon neen ko lool ña nekk si biir réew mi ak ña nekk bitim réew gis ne First Republic ak Second Republic Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara mayoon na ko joxoon na ko li nga xam ne mu rànga ko jox ko MRG moom moo Yaya Jammeh ñoom ñëpp ku si nekk joxoon na ko médaille MRG bi pare may ko paaka may ko kër loolu moom mun nañ koo seede si lu wér bi pare loolu ne amoon defoon na ko ba balaa moo nekk député mayor sa BCC si Banjul loolu moom gis neen tamit nguur gi fi nekk tamit tànk yi jël si jamono ji nga xam ne mu ngi feebar de ñu yóbbu ko ba Dakar mu def li nga xam ne moo di opération am ba bu ko yàlla jëlee loolu gis neen ko dégg neen ko gis neen ngërmande yi ak taxawaay bi yépp rawatina am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi si diaspora bi lu demee si America nga dem UK nga dem Scandinavia nga dem Dakar bi Sénégal ñëpp gis nañ ne am na ay mbootaay yu bari na bugga nañ ko den ko nekk rawatina team bi nga xam ne moom la doon playal nekk Spain ñu xamee ko Seville receive na jot na ay médailles yu bare rawatina si réewi Gambia Football Federation defal nañ ko ñi nga mbootaay bi nga xam ne ñoo amee mbiri sport bi Gambia Sports Journalists Association defal nañ ko rangal nañ ko ay yoon GNOC Gambia National Olympic Committee defal ñoom itamit di same thing ak yeneen i mbootaay yoo xam ne ñu ngi réewi Gambia rawatina mbootaay yu bari yoo xam ne nekkul si mbaarum sports bi sax ñu nga sa biir ñu nga Gambia ak rawatina nag fi mu cosaanoo di Banjul su ko defee ñu ngay jaale ki nga xam ne mooy Alaaji Njaay si turi Mamos Media familleem jabaram ak doomam yi rawatina doomam bi nga xam ne mu ngi ko tuddee Yusufa Njaay jamono ji moom tamit Gambia International la xale la mu nga play sa réewi Portugal si club bi ñoo wax Boa Vista FC moom moo beneen doomi jiitleem la ki ñoo wax Tidiane Jayte moom tamit Gambian International la ñoom ñëpp ñu ngi leen a jaale daal si turi media bi ak rawatina si turi Mamos Radio su ko defee rek ñu continuer ak yéen si beneen xibaar bii nag moom mu ngi wax fii ne am na waajoo xam ne daal moom dafa lab daal ak baysukulam si taw bu rëy bu amoon démba si dimanche yi sa Banjul taw boo xam ne gëteen na woo dëkkuwaay yi nekk biir Banjul foofu loolu nag ñi ko wéral daal mooy kansul bi nga xam ne moo nekk Banjul waa ji nag di uyoo si Sibo moom nag ñu ne sénégalais la te daf dee jula dëkkoon nag sa Banjul niw bi nag ñu ngi ko yóbbu fële sa Touba réewi Sénégal démba pour jébal ko boromam bi nga xamee ne ñu ngi waxaat taskati xibaar yi si benn press conference démba ki jëwriñ ji nga xam ne mooy meeyo Banjul bi ñu tuddee ko si ajaratu Rohey Malick Lo moom de nee na mbir mi ni de daal dafa unfortunate waaye tamit signalé na loo xam ne daal dafa jëm daal si li nga xam ne dese la si mbiri jëm wérgu yaram yi askani Gambia rawatina askani Banjul ak li nga xam ne moom lem yeloo te muy am si jamono ji si biir capital city bu Banjul xibaar boobu nag ñu jëlee leen ko si Standard newspaper beneen xibaar nag moom bii nii ñu ne nguuri Gambia yëkkati ne bill daal pour gis ne daal aar neen xale yi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen a génnee bitim réew di leen yóbbu bitim réew di leen jaay nguur gi nag loolu nag nekk na loo xam ne wecci laa nekk si luwaa yi lu jëm si Tourism Offences Act loo xam ne loolu den ko dee def rawatina nag di ko raax daal si mbiri tourisme bi gan yi jógee bitim réew di yokka daal mu nekk yokkute si koom-koomi réewi Gambia waaw loolu nag moom nekk loo xam ne den ko jéem a wecci daal sa section mu nekk si amending naka tourism sector bi la section 13 si Tourism Offences Principal Act si beneen i xibaar si loolu tamit ñu ne ministre bi nga xam ne moo amee warul luwaa bi sa réew nekk député yi daal dugaloon na daal loo xam ne daal ñu ko Domestic Violence Amendment Act mooy daal di sonal mbugal daal li nga xam ne daal mu ngi am si kër yi mu nekk loo xam ne doon na lu ñaaw loolu nag dafa nekk loo xam ne den ko wecci ñu ne ko section 36 Principal Act ak subsection 2 pour indiwaat yeneen i jéego pour gis ne daal jox neen dooleel neen ñi nga xam ne den néew doole danoo daanu seen kaw wala mbugal leen ba pare duñ mun a wax waaw su ko defee dañoo complain waaye duñ mun a wax te mujjee li dee am rek mooy ñu ne lañ ko génnee si court bi ñu waxtaanee ko si biti mbiri mbokka wara mbiri dëkkuwaay loolu noonu nekk na loo xam ne génnee nañ ko daal mu nekk luwaa daal indi na ko daal si néegi luwaa bi kii di ministre Jallow si pour ñu waxtaanee ko beneen xibaar jëwriñ ji président Adama Barrow si turi nguuram ak turi réewi Gambia yëpp ak fu Gambian yëpp nag joxe na njaalam si ki nga xam ne mooy faatu Alaaji Momadou Njaay ñu xamee ko Biri doonoon footballer bu mag a mag yóbbu Gambia fu nekk moom si faatoom bi mu faatu fële sa Dakar si réewi Sénégal démba loolu nag mu ngoy jaale di masa ñëpp rawatina familleem yi di njabootam ak ay xaritam ak waa Banjul ak waa Gambia yëpp loolu président Adama Barrow yónnee na njaalam si famille kii di Momadou Alaaji Njaay Biri loolu ñu jëlee ko nag si Mamos Media. suñu beneen xibaar mooy xibaar bu mujjee kii nga xam ne ni nguuri Gambia si ñi nga xam ne ñooy bunta bi nga xam ne ñooy ñu ngi leen ooyee SIS State Intelligence Service ñoom de déngale bokkoo neen ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy takkader yi nga xam ne ñoo nekk si Gambia Police Force daal jàppa arrest neen ay nit ñoo xam ne ñoom den kompolo organise seen boppa ñuy bugg di jëlee nit fii nii ay nit ñu bari ñu jaar si backway bi ñu fay leen xaalis bu bari ñu def ko mbiri jula daal loolu nekk na loo xam ne ñoom ñu ngi xeex lii nga xam ne moom la ñi dee def di jël ay suñu xale yi rawatina ndaw yi di leen yóbbu bitim réew ñuy fa lor yu métti ki nga xam ne suspect nañ ko di uyoo si Boor Diop ak Abdou Sy ñoom ñëpp waa Sénégal leen ñoom jamono ji ñu ngi si ron police bi ñu ngi dimbale takkadeer yi daal si seen gëstu lu jëm si mbir mi su ko defee xibaar boobu sax continuer na di wax te ñi ngi ko doon wax moo di Point newspaper te ki nga xam ne moo leen ko fisalal kooku daal anonymité buguta wax daal pour feeñ daal pour wax kan moom mooy kan lii nag ñu jëlee leen ko si Point newspaper fii la ñoo em ak yéen ak xibaar bi xanaa rek di leen gërëm di leen si ànd bi ngeen a ànd ak Mamos Media si jamono ju nekk ki nga xam ne moo di Alaaji Njaay Biri jógee fii doonoon jëruñ ju mag man lool def na lim daan def loo xam ne sax maasi bi ñi nga xamee ñi xam football lool ñi xam Pelé wala ñi xam Messi wala Ronaldo ñaar ñii li ñoo def ci jamono bi Biri def na lu ko ëppa ak ñooñam ñu ngay jaale sporting fraternity bi yëpp rawatina suñ vétérans yi nga xam ne ñu ngay dunda si jamono bi ak di jaale ñëpp képp koo xam ne rek yaa ngi si mbiri yëngu saal si mbiri sport rawatina askani radio askani Gambia ñi nekk biir Gambia ak bitim réew rawatina ñi nekk bitim réew waxtu bu nekk ñoom ñu ngi ko daan fesal di ko kontaanloo di ko invite di ko bégal ñu ngi see ràññee ñu demee Tiñaani Masane Siite suñu raka yooyu noonu ak coach Pa Samba Diaw ñooñu suñu rakaleen ñoom Ibu Dibwa ñoomin Ike ñeeka si Scandinavia ñoo ñëpp ràññee leen si lii waxtaan ko sax dafa tiis pour man ma mun koo wax nii si turi Mamos Media so ki leen ko doon indil nag si turi Mamos Radio moo di seeni mbokka Pa Assan Badjan ma bàyyi leen ak Rohey suwaay bu Konaté Gaye jërëjëf.
Thank you, listeners. That was the end of tonight's news review. From the Mamos team, to my co-hosts NENEH, Sulayman, DARBO, Assan Badjan, and Lamin Marong. To the Mamos Media News Editor, Lamin Sanyang, and news reporter of today's news review, Usman Marong. I'm your host, Rohey Konatege. On that note, we say good night. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT. Till then, good night and bye.
Looking for student accommodation services, comfort and luxury all in one? Look no further. DARBO Residence for Bed and Breakfast has got you covered all the way. With our standard location at the tranquil east of TDA Kololi, we have proximity to basic necessities like the beach, the Banjul International Airport and more. Our environment is comfortable and peaceful, suitable for different tastes. We operate all year round and serve a wide range of accommodation, both for long-term and short-term stays. Our guest rooms are properly set up with all all the necessary utilities intact. Well-structured toilets with a shower and fully air-conditioned rooms with television and refrigerator, all inclusive. Our self-catering 2-bedroom apartments are built with internal individual kitchens and a spacious private balcony just for you. We offer an internationally standard cuisine with a great quality of restaurant with a bar in the terrace. With our efficient and well-trained workers, we offer a great deal for customer service. For more information, call us on 9700-700, 750-1111, 370-1111. You can send us an email at info@dalaba.gm. Better still, visit our website www.dalaba.gm. At Dalaba Residence, quality and comfort is assured.
Fossil clothing all came out of a passion and belief for simple, beautiful, environmentally friendly clothing that would revolutionize the Gambia's garment market as well as fashion as a whole. It was important for this to be centered in the Gambia, to provide opportunities for a vibrant and youthful population seeking gainful employment in a creative field. Our vision is to be the African underwear brand with Afrocentric products for international consumption, universally accessible at an affordable price across Africa, and to manufacture our products locally. We believe it's about time for the Gambia to produce an international brand by Gambians in the Gambia. And Fossil's goal is to do just that. We have the passion and drive for it, and I hope you do too.